biggest ever music fan, and today I just want to chat about Wiley, really. And he's just dropped his album, The Godfather. I've yet to listen to it, and when I do listen to it, I think I'll drop something else, just to discuss it. But just to discuss his legacy, really. I feel like, Wiley is obviously one of our biggest, homebred stars. And it just feels like such a shame that he's not been able to live to his potential due to certain decisions or choices or situations he's been in the past. I feel like he's very restricted. I feel like it's like, I feel like he's got all this power and potential and this great powerful burning light inside of him, and it's slowly dimming down, and he has to kind of let that light explode before his time is up. However, he's just being blocked at all angles. Do you know what I mean? And not, some people are blocking him because they're bad mind, and he's blocked in other areas because of choices that he's made in the past. And what I'm talking about here is, for example, like, it feels like for the last 5 years of Wiley's career, he's been reaching out, extending a hand, like trying to get in contact with Dizzy Rascal, and Dizzy Rascal's just not having the bar of it. It's got to a point where Dizzy has publicly responded and basically said, no, bruv, it's not happening. We're not linking up again. No. And it's almost getting painful to see, painful to watch. And who knows exactly what happened between those two as to why Dizzy won't reconciliate with Wiley. But obviously Dizzy feels that it's substantial enough to stand his ground after all these years. However, Wiley seems to, he's not letting it go. He'll send a tweet, he'll do a little video, he'll do an Instagram saying, Dizzy, come on, just link me in the studio, let's work, let's da-da-da. And it's almost getting painful because you can see now that every project that Wiley releases, he's never going to be happy with it because it doesn't have the Rasket vocal, aka the Dizzy Rascal vocal on it. It doesn't have the endorsement from Dizzy. And I feel that's all Wiley wants. He wants, that fight. Like, it's like, you play the computer game and you can never get to the final boss, no matter how much, you study, how much you learn, how much you practice, how much you go over your craft, you look back and you analyze. You just cannot get past Dr. Robotnik on the last boss. It's just not happening. Imagine how frustrated that, at the end of the day, you're just gonna, pick up the control pad and just dash it at the screen. You know what I mean? Stamp on the PlayStation. This is dead. I'm moving on. This is long. And I can almost feel Wiley's pain. I mean, he's collaborating with all the top dons that he can get. I can see on this album he's got Devlin, Skepta, Jamie, all the top grime dons. Stormzy, debatable as his, top grime don. Not saying nothing against Stormzy, but he's still very new, so we'll see what he can do. But I just feel as though every project that Wiley puts out now, unless it's got Dizzy on it, Wiley is not satisfied with the project, and the project is never going to be, how can I word this? It's never going to be an ideal depiction of Wiley's vision. Wiley's vision is to have all the grand dons and Dizzy on it, the final boss. And unless it's like that, he's never going to accept his own project. He's never going to push it with as much conviction and power and energy and faith as he would like to. And I think it's evident in the results that the album has. I mean, obviously, Wiley on this Godfather album, from what I've heard, the singles I've heard, he's on top form, impeccable, on top form. However, inside his heart, that's not the vision he had for his album. So he's not going to push it like he wanted to push it. Do you know what I mean? There's obviously, promotional campaigning that he can't use, he can't put out unless Dizzy's on that project. So that's what I mean about that. And then, obviously moving on, he's banned from going to America, which means he's always hitting that glass ceiling. He cannot get out of the UK, and the UK is claustrophobic once you get to the top, and the top is not very high. You know what I'm saying? It's not that hard to get to the top of the UK scene. The UK scene is very small in comparison to the scene as a whole internationally. So I feel like, you know, his hands are tied. His hands are so tied. And what's happened with that, his protege, Skepta is almost, how can I put this? Skepta, not taking anything away from Skepta. Skepta works hard. I think he's fantastic. I don't think he's talented. I think he's just extremely hard working. You know what I mean? I think he's got a talent for hearing good music and knowing what good music sounds like and sonically putting things together, etc. Blah blah. But him himself as an artist, I've never really thought, Skepta is that guy. But I've always respected his work rate, respected his hustle, respected his grind, respected his decisions. Do you know what I mean? And that's just my personal view. However, I feel as though Skepta's sort of shadowed Wiley through his career. Obviously, Wiley's brought him in and showed him ropes and helped him and supported him. But Skepta's like, every move that Wiley makes, Skepta's like, okay, I'm going to do that and do it better. Or, in fact, I'm never going to do that. Do you know what I mean? And he's just watching. He's watched Wiley from the beginning of his career and followed his moves and made sure that every move that he's made is better, more calculated. Do you know what I mean? More thought through. He's playing chess, whereas Wiley was just playing checkers at one point. And I feel that that's paid off massively for Skepta, because obviously he's got the pass to go to the States. So now it's almost like the industry has embraced Skepta in Wiley's place. You know what I mean? There's all these opportunities that Wiley should be in. However, he can't take them. Who's the next person in line to do that? I mean, like in terms of grime, it should be Dizzy, of course, but Dizzy went off in pop and lost a lot of his street cred. So the next in line is Skepta. Skepta is Wiley. And like I said, that's taking nothing from Skepta at all, but Skepta, his career is synonymous with Wiley in terms of, the clashes he's had, the stations he's been on, the freestyle he drops, you know what I mean? That, if you look at when Wiley dropped Wearing My Rolex, then Skepta's there. You look at, Wiley went on Lord of the Mics and Skepta went on there, and you look at, there's many examples, but obviously Skepta's done pioneering things for himself, but he's definitely looked at Wiley's template and been like, yo, yep. And now, the way I see it is that Skepta's in a place where he's capitalising off Wiley's success and his own hard work, graft and struggle. Just like men, but yeah, he's definitely in Wiley's spot, and I commend Wiley for just being humble about it and being like, yo, that's my bro, go and do your thing. Do you know what I mean? Because Wiley knows he's made some decisions that's held him back, So yeah, I mean, these are just my thoughts and feelings on the situation. I feel as though when I look at Wiley now, it almost looks like I don't know how he's going to complete his game. Like, if you look at it like an obstacle course, and you got to get from one end to the other, even though like Wiley's an excellent competitor, I don't know if he'll ever get to the end, because the end is psychological, isn't it? And in order for him to get to the end, he will have to accept that it's not America and it's not Dizzy Rascal. You know what I mean? Who am I to say? I mean, that's what it feels like in the now, in this present moment. It looks like those doors are never opening for him, and those are the last two doors that he has to go through in order to get where he needs to get to. However, how long can he keep on pushing? Do you know what I mean? Obviously, he's getting older now, and talent is not something that's to do with age, but your drive is most definitely. How much drive and passion, and you will eventually burn out. So. But yo, this is not taking nothing away from who I think Wiley is. Wiley is, I look up to him 100%, and I recognise and see his brilliance. And I think this is, why am I reflecting on this now? Because I just watched Dizzy Rascal on the stage doing his Boy in the Corner album. And that tune, Who Do They Think They Are? He done that with no Wiley, and I thought, oh my god, like, missed the trick. Do you know what I mean? Wiley should have come out and just shelled down. Do you know what I mean? And then I watched Skepta's documentary. Can't remember what it's called, but he was basically going back to his area where he grew up, and he built a studio for the youth them, and going back and giving back. He's come back Castana, he's been working with Drake, etc. blah blah. And I'm like, that's Wiley's lane. I remember when Wiley was tweeting from early saying, Drake, we need to work with each other, Drake, you big, this, that, the other, da da da. Wiley had that vision, you know what I'm saying, to connect with Drake and do the damn thing. But obviously, I mean, I assume that because of the doors that Wiley can't walk through in terms of America and whatever, blah blah, it's not a sensible business move or choice for Drake. So Drake's just gone with Skepta next in line. You know what I mean? Skepta has all the, you know, has all the keys. Do you know what I mean? Or he's given Skepta all the keys to all the doors. Whereas even if you give Wiley the key, he can't walk through the door. So yeah, so I watched those two things, and it kind of makes me feel sorry for Wiley, you know what I mean? But obviously a man makes his own choices. Every man makes his own choice now, and now, you know, I personally feel that Wiley has to accept that, you know, America is not a possibility, and that Dizzy Rascal is not a possibility. In order for him to deliver his best music, because while he's reaching out for these lot, I don't think he's, you know, I don't think his mind's in the right place to deliver that project that will, you know, that project. Do you know what I mean? You know, that project, because he's never satisfied with it, you know. Anyway, these are just my opinions. I'm just a music fan, a music lover. What do you think? You know what I mean? Please leave your comments. What do you think of Wiley's legacy? And this is not like Dizzy Rascal versus Wiley per se, or, you know, Skepta. This is just Wiley journey. What do you think of his legacy? Do you think he's done what he's came to do? Do you think, yep, do you know what, he came, he saw, he conquered? Or do you think, oh my God, he didn't get to where he needed to go? Or, you know, what do you think about it? Do you know what I mean? This is just a discussion. I'd love to hear your comments, views and feedback. I'm just a music fan, and I just love this. I just love what the UK is doing, and, you know, I want to see how much people feel like me, really. Do you know what I mean? Alright, respect, leave your comments, subscribe if you want to, comment if you want to, like if you want to, share if you want to, you know. Have a great day, week, month, whatever it is. Peace. Music lover gone.
I'm the lyrical pro, it's all control that has your brain. You know I got you on hold. I'm a snake coat till I'm old and grey. Lyrical pro, I come around, spray it up. Me and my boys, we butt it up. Every week, roll deep, rhyming time and all. What lose, I bruise, I MC quick with a semi-automatic. If it goes on it, you know I got slam it. I'm erratic, I was born ready to smack it on the track. Easy for me, ain't no stopping me, on top of me, I'm blocking me. There's no stopping me. Will he be a player to the END? E-Tree, can't some minutes to slip for the city. Will he bump? I stay low in the city. It's a pity that we can't get jiggy anymore. Me and Rascal, we got girls on the floor. I'm raw, them can't see me anymore. Every day I never stay low to the floor. Before they wanna test my crew, you better be sure. Ready for me to blow up the sector. Yo, them wine are ready for the war. We draw the chainsaw and the lyrical war. Bet they never knew I had the keys to the door. Some man get up with a 4x4. See, saw, march every claw. Guess who sneaked in through the back door? Boom with a hacksaw through a trap door. Dizzy got a cheek and not much more. What's that violence? What's that war? Put him in the headlock, see if he's raw. I calls arms out on the dance floor. Set trend, set standard, set score. Spin that bottle, now smash that bottle. Took that from you ain't got no bottle. Get strangled, get hung, get throttled. Dizzy come old school like Aristotle. Blue bottle flying about in 6 zones. I strap up the sticks at collarbones. We check youngs from broken